Hi everybody, it's Megan Stitching Moon, and today I'm so excited because I'm doing my first ever WIP Parade. And it's about time because I've been on Flosstube for just over a year now. So I thought it was a good time to see where I'm at with everything and show you guys what I've been working on. I have 17 WIPs. Oh yeah, and today is July 12th, 2022. Yeah, I have 17 and most of those are really big projects. So you're gonna see a lot of full coverages and some kits. And I don't do like historical samplers, but there are some like modern type samplers. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it, I guess. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be going in the order from when I started. So from the earliest, my oldest WIP, to the newest. Oh, and if my voice sounds funny, I'm just getting over COVID, so bear with me. So the first I have, my oldest WIP was July, a year ago. Yeah, July of 2021. And it's a kit by Designworks called Queen of Silk. Ooh, glare. And this kit I bought right as I was getting back into cross stitch. Um, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I all of a sudden got the itch to stitch again. So I was looking and I was so amazed by all the different things out there because it had been like 20 years since I stitched. So this was one of the first ones I got when I got back into cross stitch. And I haven't worked on it much this year, if at all. But it's a big one. I'm almost, well, it looks like I'm almost done with the tree, but really there's a lot more. It goes kind of close to the bottom there. So I wanted to get the tree out of the way before I got to the more fun part of her. And this is on 14 count Ada that came in the kit. Ooh, all the way up. So there's going to be like 8 more of those little mushroomy things on the bottom. So yeah, that is that one. And I want to get some more work on that. How I usually or have been doing my rotation lately, except until recently because summer kind of got all messed up. I do one focus piece, like a big one, every other day, and then after, like, for about 4 months, and then the other days I just spin a wheel and do a random WIP, whatever else comes up that day. So it's been working good, except for really that got messed up in April when we were traveling a lot, and then June when I was traveling. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I get back to that. As you'll see, I have a lot of big ones that I do want to put time into, so I might have to come up with a new method. Oh yeah, forgot to put her back in her home. I'm not going to show project bags because really most of them are Ziploc bags. Exciting. All right, my second oldest WIP was from August 2021. I guess I'll put these over here. And that is the Guliana sampler. And I'm not going to put in pictures of where I was because I don't know. I don't really get much out of that personally, and it's a lot of work. So I'm just going to show you what it will look like and then where I am now. So, oh, it turned sideways. Okay. This is a shop on Etsy. I know there's a lot of glare. I'm right in front of a window. Guliana cross stitch. And this is the Guliana sampler. And it's not quite showing the full thing in this picture. You have to scroll a little, but oh no, I did something. Okay, well now you see a zoomed in image. But this one is cool because it has hidden things about the 2020. You know, a lot of crazy things happened, especially COVID. So it takes into account hidden little things about that. And the way I'm doing it is I'm doing all of those hidden things in a different color. so they stand out a little more. So they're not hidden anymore. And here is where I am at. And I've done the border. Oh my gosh, I always hold this the wrong way. What is wrong? That's not the right way. This is the right way. I always do that on this piece. This is the right way, and I've done the border. It's a great travel project I've been using because, especially on the border, you can just like, whatever you're doing and paying attention to other things, you can just kind of quickly stitch that without even looking at the pattern. And I did a lot of this on the plane when I was just on my recent trip to the US. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, I am from the US but living in Norway. So you can see the things in like the more reddish color are the hidden things. So this is actually the COVID molecule, and finally got it myself. And then these two are showing the 2 meters apart sign for keeping distance. And the other is just this border at the top part, which is a film strip, because we all watched a lot more movies and TV during lockdown and COVID times. So those are all the hidden things I've got to so far. Nope. And this is on 16 count Ada. Oh, sorry, I have all these like little threads on it still, like the ends, because doing it on the plane I didn't really have anywhere to put them, so I just put them back in my bag, and of course they got stuck onto the fabric. All right. Next is my first full coverage I ever started, and it's currently my focus piece. And let me go into Pattern Keeper to show you what it's going to look like. Oh no, I want the PDF. Oh, you know what? I forgot to let you know how far I am on the ones that I'm having Pattern Keeper. So Guliana sampler, let's see, I have 5,983 stitches and it's 18.4% finished. This one, let me zoom, is Children on the Beach. Artwork by Mary Cassatt. Sorry guys for the glare again. And it's charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles. And the reason I chose this one is because it's been a painting that was in our dining room growing up, and the little baby right there reminded my family of me as a baby, and now it reminds me of my daughter. But I can't wait to get to her little hands. I don't know if you can see it, if it's coming through in the camera, but she's got the cutest little chubby hands and arms. And I swear, baby hands are like my favorite thing. I was like obsessed with my daughter's hands and the chubby cheeks and the little chubby arms. So I'm having fun with that one. So I am at almost done a full Q snap. Her head. Oh, I love like how the shine of her hair is coming out, and again, it was just like my hair and my daughter's hair, so it's really cool. My daughter's 2, and I tell her when I stitch on it, oh, that's Sienna, that's her name, that's Sienna's head. But right now I am at, oh, I didn't put it down, that's because I worked on it last night, but I'm around 18.6 something %, I believe. And I think it was around 20,000 stitches, a little more. And I'm doing it on 18 count Ada, 2/1. So what I think I'm gonna do on this one, since it's my focus piece now and I actually missed a lot of days in June, is I'm gonna finish out the like Q snap square and then move on to another one. And that's maybe what I'm gonna do with all my full coverages, is like keep it a focus until I get a full Q snap done. So I like seeing progress. But I'm gonna have a lot of them, so it's gonna take some time. So yeah, that was started in, I don't know if I said, but also August of 2021. All right. My next one is Halloween Quaker. I started on September 2021. And, oh yeah, I can show you. I'm sure you've seen this a lot. Okay. It is by Lila Studio. She's on Etsy. Oh, come on, it's not focusing. Okay. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And it calls for some specialty flosses, but I am not doing that. I'm doing the DMC conversion. All right. And I'm doing, oh no, my needles. I keep my needles in my projects. I don't know. You're not supposed to do that, I guess, but kind of a stitching rebel in some cases, according to Alera. So this is where I'm at. And I did this is on 32 count, a Belfast linen, but it didn't have a color name, just a number. So I'm not sure what it is, but so I did this every other day in October, and then I have it as something I stitch on every 13th and 31st of the month, just to, because I really would like to have it finished by this coming Halloween. So whatever I don't have done, I'm just going to focus on in October until I get that finished. I want to try and go close enough so you can see, but I'm really having fun with this because all the little Halloween related things come through that I haven't noticed before just looking at the pattern. So that's been fun. So hopefully we'll have another finish this year. I think I've only had a couple finishes this year, and most of my finishes actually really have been gifts because I've been trying to get them done at a certain time frame. I think I've only had one finish that wasn't a gift. Okay. Yeah, it's not wanting to go in there. This one I have in just a little like iPad case. All right, the next one I started in November of 2021 on my husband and I's anniversary, because I'm kind of doing it as a thing for us. And it's this was my first Heaven and Earth design, and it's called Together by Jim Warren. It's my biggest piece. Hope it is focusing. It's not. Okay. Let me be this way. I know this isn't the best way to show you guys. I'm sorry. Maybe if I don't know, if I zoom in, maybe you can see the whole thing better. And it's the regular size, or like regular color. I think they also have just a mini, but not a super size. But I think this one is like 310,000 stitches. So got a long way to go, but I started it on one of our anniversaries. We kind of have two anniversaries. So this was a focus piece in the beginning of the year. So I got a good amount done. It's on 25 count, and it's 1/1 full cross. And let's see, I have 30,088 stitches, and it's 9.71%. So I think I have the most stitches in this one, but it's like only 9 something percent. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't tell you, Halloween Quaker is 63% done, and that's like my most percent done. So yeah, this one has been a lot of dark colors, but it's still been fun. I haven't done it in a while, since maybe just once since like April when I stopped focusing on it. But I just love how the colors are starting to come out, like the lighter colors down here. So I think when I pick this back up, I'll just try and finish the Q-snap, which isn't going to be much more than a tree still, but you know, that's how it goes. Next, what do I have? Kit that I started also in November of 2021. This was a birthday start. And it's an RTO kit. Okay, it's really kind of stuck in here. It's called Forest Heartbeat. He's got the moon. And I liked this one just because of it represented the getting in touch with your like wild feminine side. And that's why I wanted to start it on my birthday. And it's on 14 count Ada that came in the kit. If it comes in a kit, I just use whatever's in the kit. I don't change it out. And now it looks a lot more like spotty than it does in, well, actually that's not too bad right there. So starting to get to her face. And this one, since I couldn't put it in Pattern Keeper, I'm doing page by page. So it'll be about that big. And this one has a lot of blends. It's my first RTO kit, a Russian company, and they use a lot of blends, but it's not so bad once I figured out how to organize things. It does come with like a floss like organized already, like this, with the symbols and everything. But I had to figure out what to do with my extra like blended threads, where to put those. And I just used like, I had an extra one of these things, and there's just some extra like blends on there. I think those are, no, I have one more other kit that I'm doing, but I have a lot of kits, so yeah, I'm going to be doing a kit parade also at some point. This one's a little tight fit. I want to just organize these so it's not a mess at the end, and then I always lose things. Sometimes I lose things when I do these floss tubes, so I'm trying to get better. Come on, come on. All right, this one's not working out, so. Oh, there we go. All right, my next start was December 2021, and it was the Temperature Tree by Stitch and Mommy on Etsy. And I did basically all of the trunk, or most of it, not all of it, in December, so I could just get going on it in January. And I just caught up on the July branches. So this chart has 3 different like temperature schemes you can use, from cold, varied, and hot climates. Since I'm in Norway, I'm doing the cold climate. And all the bottom, like in the winter, I just left a blank little spot in the middle for snow, and later I'm going to go back and fill that in white. And then the red are like the hottest colors, but it's been such a crappy July, like a cold July here. Normally July is like the best month here, like sun, and it's actually warm, but this month has just been so much rain. And it's like, you can see this color right here, that's like the upper 40s, low 50s in July. It's July, come on. And mostly like 60s, it's been like even 50s, 60s. Now one day when I actually wasn't here because I was in the US, this one is like 85 plus. That was the one day. And there was a couple reds which were like maybe low 80s, upper 70s, but the rest is like, that is not summer for me. I was like, oh, I'm going to the US and like New England, and that's like a tropical vacation compared to here. All right. No, that was on 14 count Ada. Now I have my last one of 2021 was another kit, a Dimensions Gold Petite. Dimensions Gold Petite. My first Dimensions Gold, called Kiss for a Snowman. And I started this one because Elisa from Crafting in Colorado on Flosstube had this kit and also started it along with one other person on Instagram, and so I was like, yeah, I'll start it too. So I thought it was so cute because that I just pictured, I don't know, my daughter eventually building a snowman. And I haven't worked on this for a little while, but I got a good amount, I think. I haven't done any back stitching yet because I save it all for the end. And so since I do that, I feel like eventually I'm just gonna be doing all back stitching on all my things at once. But that's all right. But I really like how the detail's coming out even without the back stitch. The background is like half cross blends, and then this is like the little girl's gloves coming out, and the top of her hat, and it's on 18 count Ada. I just love his face. All right, that was the last kit that I'm working on for now. All right, and then we get to 2022. So in 2022, I wanted to do new moon, new start. You know, I'm stitching moon, but I didn't come up with that idea, but I thought it was a good idea. So, so far for the most part, I've been able to start a new project every new moon, except, you know, lately I've been on vacation. So I've started something, but it wasn't exactly on the date of the new moon. And in July, I'm gonna have to do the same thing, start on a different day because I'll be gone for the actual new moon. So I'm gonna still have a lot of WIPs coming up for the end of the year, but this one is part of the Zodiac Girls collection by Nora Corbett. Scorpio. I actually have all the patterns, and I actually have a couple Flosstube extra videos where I talk about each of the patterns and how they relate to their sign in astrology. So you can check those out if you're interested in that. And this one I'm doing because it's my sun sign. But I started it on the called for fabric. And then I was watching some other Flosstubers who had done theirs on a different hand-dyed fabric, and I thought they were gorgeous. So I wanted to do that, and I restarted. But me and the Scorpio have had a love-hate relationship, mostly a hate relationship, because I've made so many mistakes. I've had to frog so many times, even on both fabrics. I don't even know, like, I'm cursed with this. So I'm gonna first, maybe I'll show you first what I did, because I still have my other version. I might go back to it depending on how this goes. But I did get a good amount on this one before I decided to restart. This was my first one, and she has a ton of skin, the most skin out of all the Zodiac girls. So maybe not a great pick for my first one, but I thought she was blending in too much with the background, which I know might change when she has clothes, but I just wanted to try something else. So that was where I was. I don't have much on my new start, but the fabric is really pretty. And this was fabric from XG Design. Oh, I have to figure out what is the right way, since I don't have very much. Yeah, this is the right way. Yay! I think this one is called Full Bloom. Now, this one, even though it's not much of a start, I've already had several problems. Like, first, when I had done work on the other version, I had apparently put the wrong color on the wrong, like, bobbin. So I had like a random spot in her arm, if you can see, over here, no, in our back, where it was a totally different color than it was supposed to be. And when I went to the regular color, I was like, no, that doesn't match. And I thought about leaving it, but then I realized, well, the next color is a blend of this light color and the other one that I did, so that's not gonna look right. So I had to frog that, redid that. Then I came over here, and when I was starting to line them up, it is off by a stitch, like up too high or down too low. I was so mad. I had to put it away. So I was thinking, am I gonna fudge it? Am I gonna frog it again? And after like a break, I think I might frog it because I am not that good at fudging. I'm gonna mess it up, I know, somewhere else, but yeah, we've had issues. So whenever this comes back out, I hope I'm in the mood to frog, because I'll probably not do the whole thing, but one of these sides, I don't know. Maybe I have to start the project somewhere else, and maybe that's my issue. But I really like the fabric, and it's opalescent. And I wanted to do the skin 1/1 because I know that looks amazing. I love when people do that. But then I realized this is 32 count. And that was way too small for me, 1/1. I know people can do it, like even on 40 count, but not me, especially not on opalescent hand-dyed fabric. I was just like going cross-eyed and getting frustrated, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. So that is Scorpio. Maybe one day we'll get along. Okay, that I started in January of 2022. My new year, new start, and new moon, new start. All right, my next one was in February 2022, and where is it? Here. Actually, do I have a full picture of what it's gonna look like? I don't. I'm sure you've seen it. It's 100 Owls by Owl Forest Embroidery. But just in case, I will try and pull it up. Let's see if it just comes up if I say 100 Owls. Forgot to put this one in beforehand. I got the kit for this one, so it has like all the hand-dyed variegated flosses, which I'm really liking that effect. No. There we go. Maybe this will do it. Images. And this is a free pattern. Oh no, it's not showing the whole thing. Come on, people. Sorry. Okay, yay, here we go. So because it's from Russia, I don't think you can get the full kit right now, but you can still download the digital pattern. And I think this one is so pretty. It's on a limestone fabric. They had a couple choices, but I liked the more greeny one, even though it's not that green in person. It looks more on the website. So I have that one middle owl, and starting on a wing up here, but so far I just have one owl still out of 100. But you can see the variegation in there, which I've never used that before. And I've used kind of different methods, like both doing one cross at a time and also going in a row. So I don't know, I'm just playing around doing what I feel like. So yeah, I just love the effect of it. It's so pretty. and it's on 32 count, what it came with. And it came with the needle minder as well. All right, that, yeah, okay. My next one was started in March of 2022. And I started this on, actually the new moon happened to fall on my daughter's birthday, and this one reminded me of her, so that's why I did it. Oh, you know what? This one doesn't have a full picture either. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. Let's see. And this one, Amber from Rogue Mama Stitcher and I both had this pattern, so we just started it together, like a start along. This one I got on Etsy. Okay. So she's gonna look like this. Holly Hobby. Oh, she's moving around. And it's also gonna have on top some words that say the time to be happy is now. So she, I think, was a little before my time, but oh, I just think she's so cute. And it had different color schemes in the pattern I got. Like you could choose the blue, which was that one, or a red or brown. I don't know the company. It doesn't say, like, from, or the shop from Etsy. It doesn't say on my pattern, and I forget. Come on, is this the right way? Yeah. It is on a 28 count linen from Picture This Plus. I think it's called Fog linen. So I got a bit of her dress and starting up on her bonnet, some of the flower that she's holding. And this one shouldn't really take that long. I just haven't worked on it too much. So eventually that'll be for my daughter. Oh, right, what is next? Now we're into April 2022. And this one I really love. I just haven't got very far on it. And it was my first Gecko Rouge kit. And this is it. It is called She Wanted the Rainbow. And it's, yeah, she wanted the rainbow, so she put up with the rain. They have actually two versions of this with the same saying, so you can check that out. But it's by artwork by Lindy Gaskell and Gecko Rouge. So colorful. And I'm doing it on, I think it was 18 count, Ada. And it came with the little needle minder, or maybe I bought the needle minder actually. But it's not going to be too big, even on 18 count. So that's where I'm at. Oh yeah, I can tell you actually where I'm at. I have only 441 stitches and it's 1.4%. I think I only worked on this a couple days so far. All right. Moving right along, we have another, nope, that was all in April. So May, I had 3 starts in May. I still had one on the new moon, and then I wanted, so I didn't do the typical May mania, and I talk about that in one of my other videos where I talk about, you know, mania. You can check it out, it's in the title, and the reasons why. But I chose instead to start a couple patterns by artists who were thought to have bipolar disorder. So yeah, I did that. And the first one, actually I have a picture. This one I did pull up ahead of time. And this one is actually by a Norwegian artist, Edvard Munch. Famous painting, The Scream. Oh, come on. And it's by, they're charted by Arenco Originals. So many bright colors. Working on this, it like screams at you. Well, literally the scream. Because of just the bright, bright, bright colors. So if you're sick of dark colors, this is a great one to do, especially in the top. And this one I did bring traveling, so I got a little bit more done on it. I am at 4,534 stitches, 15.02%. It's on 18 count 80 again. I have a lot of those, even though it's not actually my favorite, but the reason the percent is higher than it looks like because, or it's lower than it looks like, I don't know, high. Basically, it had a white border all the way around the entire thing, and I didn't want to do that border. So that was maybe 2,000 something stitches that I just am not doing. So the percentage would include those stitches that I didn't do. But yeah, look at all that. A lot of 666 red in there. And a lot of the bright oranges. And I like how they kind of contrast with the blues and greens. So that one's a fun one. And I'm doing it 2/1. Full cross. The other one, or the next one I started, this one was not one of the ones by an artist with bipolar, but it was actually a restart, and I restarted it also in May. And this one is a big full coverage as well. My second biggest, I think. It's called San Fran. Artwork by David McLean and charted by Artisy. And it's the large version. And it's the picture of the painted ladies in San Francisco. I love Victorian style houses. And I thought this one was such a great pattern because it has like so much of everything. It has the houses, it has the city, it has the moon, it has like the garden. So this one I love. It's so pretty. But so this one I got in a kit form, not from Artisy because I don't think they do kits, but it was by Charting Creations, who kits like a bunch of different brands. So they kitted it up for me. But I originally ordered a 22 count fabric just because I wanted to try different fabrics and see what I like. And I'm just like, why not try it on a gigantic piece? Which I learned my lesson because I didn't like that. I was going to do it 2/1. And I started it that way, and I'm like, it was going so slow for some reason. It was just so bulky, and I don't like things being too bulky, so I decided to change out the fabric. And I'm now doing it on 25 count easy guide. Actually, I don't have to unfold the whole thing because I only have that much. And this one I'm doing in 10 stitch. I learned that I now have to do, or want to do, a lot of things in 10 stitch because I have so many big projects and so many more I want to start. So I have to go faster. And this one's 2/1 10 stitch. And all I've got, there's going to be a lot of that. It's $9.39. There's a lot of that first. Now the method I'm stitching, I'm still, well, I'm following the diagonal, but what I do is I just, if the diagonal, like if that color carries over to the next one, I just follow that one. But in this case, I'm just following it till that thread ends, because otherwise I'd have to go all the way across the entire thing. And that's the method I like in all my full coverages, is diagonal, but then kind of carrying it over if it makes sense. So not much to look at yet, but I think it's like 240,000 stitches, and I'm at, let's see, where am I? There's 1,213 stitches, and it's 0.56%. So at some point this will be a focus piece as well for me. Next is the other one I started in May, and it's another one by an artist thought to have bipolar, Vincent van Gogh. Pull it up in Pattern Keeper. All right. It is Cafe Terrace. And I think it's really like Cafe Terrace at Night is what it's called. And it's charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles. And this one, I think you can get a large version, and this, I got the regular or maybe the smaller version, because even though it was a little more pixelated, I liked that effect in this picture for some reason. Sorry, it's not focusing very well. And I love this scene, and it reminds me exactly of a place that my husband and I went to on our honeymoon in Italy. I don't know if this is in Italy, but it looked exactly like that. It was at night, and it had the cobblestone road. We were at a restaurant on that exact side of the road, and like outside exactly like that. It's crazy how much it looked like that. So okay. So I decided to get that one. This one I have like the least amount done on this one, I think. Okay, where is it? It's also on 25 count, 2/1 10 stitch. But it's very confetti heavy in the beginning, so it was very slow going, and I think it only worked on it one day. And also I wanted to work on it more, but I spent so much time kitting it up that I didn't get far at all. And I think, oh yeah, I was missing colors as well. So on my recent trip to the US, I picked up those extra colors, so I can go back and fill those in. But yeah, super tiny start. But yeah, you can see a lot of confetti. And I actually also was going slower because this is my first time trying 10 stitch, and I was trying a method that I'm not gonna do because I was like parking in different, like either top or bottom and going to, I don't know, it was just not working out for me. So I found the method now that I like, which I think is just half cross. And I don't mind if it warps the fabric a little bit, because I want to enjoy the process and go a little fast. So I do want to, this probably will also be a focus at some point. Oh yeah, I have only 144 stitches, 0.22%. And I also got this needle minder, Vincent van Gogh. All right, and I think, yeah, we're down to the last project, the last WIP. And this one I started in June. Oh no, I've got like DMC falling out. Okay. No, this actually goes in here. But yeah, the next one I'm going to show you is my own design. And I'm so excited to stitch my own pattern. I recently, if you don't know, I recently opened an Etsy shop, and I'll have the link below, where I design my own full coverage designs. And so far I got all the images by taking the pictures myself and then editing them. And soon I'm going to have other types of things in there as well where I didn't take the picture, so, and some different styles, so I'm excited about that too. But so far they're all from Norway. Oh yeah, I can show you. Oh no, I pulled it up on the web. Yeah, okay. Because I said I love houses. this one, turn, is called Via Lorna. And it's a house, it's actually a Swiss villa that is in my town. Even though we're in Norway, it's a Swiss villa just because some Swiss guy came over and built it. And it used to be a school. And now it's like on Airbnb. You can go and like rent it out if you want to stay in Ballesrand where I live. And this one is only 45 colors, but it still has, I think maybe just because of, it's just maybe one thing it's focused on, it's still, the mock-up is still not too pixelated. I like how it looks. So I have other ones in my shop that are a lot more colors. How big? I think this one is pretty big. Oh, it just blacked out on me, but I think it said 570 by 300 something stitches. And I'm doing it also on 25 count easy guide. I think that's my go-to. That's my favorite. But I'm doing, again, 2/110 stitch. I think that's my new go-to. And I have it on a hoop right now. It's tons of fabric, like, on this grime guard. But this is my start. And this one's going, like, really fast. Especially being 10 stitch. So happy about the progress on that, just starting it. And again, I'm doing the diagonal, but on this one, I'm also kind of counting and going where that thread goes. So I kind of do a little bit different methods, but still on a diagonal. And soon I'm going to get to the top of the house over here, I think. And yeah. And this one is 2,791 stitches, and it is 1.37%. So I'm really liking how in 10 stitch so far, I can't tell that it's 10 stitch. Like, it looks, the coverage is great, I think, and like from a regular distance like this, it looks like it would full cross. So I'm happy with that. And that was my last WIP. Yay! And I plan on starting like 2 more in July, but it depends on how it goes with travel. So that was my WIP Parade. I hope you liked it, and if you did, and if you liked my projects, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I have another video coming. I love seeing you guys' comments and likes, and also stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a kit parade. I've got a lot of those, and also a pattern parade of all my digital patterns because it's ridiculous how many I have, but definitely stay tuned for those. And yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I'm back. Okay, I totally forgot to show you one WIP. It is the tablecloth that I've been working on for my husband's grandmother. It was her mother's, so my husband's great-grandmother started it in 2002 when she was 93 and never, finished it before she passed away. And his grandmother can't really stitch anymore, eyesight and stuff like that. So she knew that I was a stitcher and passed it along to me to finish. And this thing is gigantic. Gigantic. Yeah, I don't think I can't even show it all in the camera, but she had done all the border, and I've worked on most of this little scene. I don't have a picture of what it's going to look like because it doesn't have a picture, it just has the pattern. But it's going to be this lady feeding 2 deer. You can see the legs of what's going to be the second deer here. It's going to be here. And it's with a full strand of yarn. I hope I'm going to have enough because some of the colors I'm like, I don't know if that's going to last because I have to do this motif 2 times, one on one side end of the tablecloth and one on the other. And then, so she had done beautiful stitching at 93, where she did the entire border and all the way around, and then 2 of these, or maybe all of them, 4. But you can see her stitching is really nice. And she had no counting mistakes that I could see so far, whereas I already have some. And she gridded the middle, like up and down and across. But this one I work on the 25th of every month. It's so big. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't want to forget that one, but hopefully that's all. Okay, bye.